let me just tell you what love is. Love have no feeling or attachment to the earth and things that are of the earth. None. There's no feeling to it. There's no, you can't taste it. You can't touch it. And it allows other people to be free. Really. It doesn't impose on you at all. Because in real love, you have no opinion about your fellow man or woman. You see what's going on, but you don't formulate an opinion about it. And because you don't formulate an opinion about it, you allow that person to go through what they need to go through. You don't try to stop them because you know they may have to suffer for a while longer to cry out to God to overcome. So you let them suffer. You don't hold on to anything because now you see and you have compassion for your fellow man and you want them to be free. So if you tell them the truth and they don't accept it, that's fine. They just don't see right now. So you're totally okay with that. And if they want to hang out with you, that's still fine. If they don't, it's still fine because you don't have an opinion about it. You have perfect love for them as God has love for us. And God does not impose. Have you noticed that? He'll try to wake you up, and if you don't wake up, he'll say, all right, go suffer. And he'll have Jesus go and get some coffee from the coffee shop, and they'll sit around and just look at you making a fool of yourself. Then he won't do anything about it, and he'll try to warn you, and if you don't listen, he'll just let you suffer. Because it's you got to realize you're wrong so you can repent and return to him. That's what love is. Once you let that anger go, all this emotional love that you think is love will disappear. And then you will have his love working through you. And love does not impose on anyone. It really doesn't. It tells the truth, but it doesn't hold grudges. It doesn't have an opinion. Anyone who has an opinion have no love. You don't have, because it's God working through you. It's not even you. You're now overcoming Satan, and God is working through you, and he is guiding you. It's not even your love. And his love is not about feelings, but it's the greatest love you can possibly have. It really is. Sometimes my son get mad at me, especially if he doesn't pay me back my money. And I'm like, where's my money? And he like goes off on me, right? Instead of saying I'm sorry, he'll go off. And I'm like, look, I don't trust you. You didn't pay back. And he'll yell and scream and carry on, and then he hang up. And then he call back and apologize. But I didn't feel anything about it. I see he's refusing to admit he's wrong. That's all it is. And he's not ready, and I won't loan him any more money. But it has no opinion. And when I was in that fallen state, I would be ticked off. Someone took my money and not pay back. And black people don't like paying back. And so I'll be ticked off, right? But now I feel nothing about it because I'm not in that fallen state. My mind is being renewed. I can see what to do and do it. It's so amazing. That's why you got to drop that anger so you can return to perfect love. And perfect love casts out fear, doubt, worry, insecurity, and all of that. You have none of that. You have perfect peace. And he wants all of his children to have that. But you must forgive first. Because that nature is Satan's nature. Anyone who's trying to control you don't love you. Even when they try to, because a lot of people, if they can't control you by calling you names, they'll offer you some goodies. Oh, you want to hang out? Let's go to get drunk. You know? Because they're still trying to control you because they have no love. And so love is the light. Love is compassion. You know, it has no opinion. It's patience. That makes sense? Yes.
So when you say the thing about not having an opinion,
Yeah.
that is something that I catch myself doing a lot where, you know how even if you're people watching, you'll find yourself like,
I know.
what? Like, and then.
You're like, what a bum. What's wrong
Exactly.
with him?
So that's what I mean. It's like you catch yourself. So.
There's a way out of that.
And that's what I want to know because.
Yes.
I I can't speak for everybody, but I know I do it.
Yeah.
And even though I don't do it out loud, I'm always doing it. So how do you catch yourself and stop?
Yes, right here.
I have a Twitter account, and when people, I will say something that's to me it's the absolute truth, right? But people would say something entirely different, like call me names and stuff like that, and it used to get a rise out of me, and it would like ruin my whole day.
Yeah.
I'd be telling him about it all day, and my mood is ruined, and
Right.
yeah, and it's not even anything,
Right.
right? And now it's weird because I don't know if it comes from forgiving my dad and all that is affecting every aspect of my life, but I look at something like that now and like, dude, you have such a long way to go, like, but I wish you the best. But and like it doesn't affect me anymore.
Right.
It's like, okay, he's doing that. Okay, well, he's farther away from God than I am right now. Like that's it. Like, I
Interesting.
just do, yeah.
You're almost there.
I just look at it like I'm watching somebody do stuff, and I don't get affected by it.
There's a crazy black woman that sits out in front of the post office, and she's like always talking to herself and quoting the scriptures. So the other day she was yelling at me. She's like, I see your YouTube channel. You're always talking about black people. You got to stop that. We were enslaved. That old white man don't care about you. And the mind was saying, this is a crazy woman, right? Here's how you not have an opinion. Know that every thought you get about that individual is not your own. You are not formulating that opinion. If you hear this voice in your head saying, this is a crazy person, and it might be a crazy person, but the real you would never have an opinion about that person because you would see what's driving that person, and you would know that they can't help themselves. Once you come out of that fallen state, you're going to see what I mean. But you're going to also recognize Satan telling you this. Your ex-daddy, he's trying to tell you that stuff, but you have identified with those thoughts, so you think that they're your own. You are not your thoughts. You are not the creator of thoughts. And every thought you get is a lie. If you know that, you're free. Every thought. We don't have an opinion. We don't create opinion. Of ourselves, we can do nothing, and of ourselves, we know nothing. Really. We have nothing to do with anything. It's just in that fallen state we think we do because we're prideful people in that state. But once you come out of it, you see it's not you. It's the God that you serve. Either you serve the God from within or the one from below. It's not you. You would never, some of the things that he tells you about people, you would never think of that. But because you identify with the thoughts, you think that they're your own, and they're not. They're really not. That makes sense? And if you doubt me, just try. Go a week and just pay attention to those thoughts. And don't give in to any, don't believe in it, and you'll see what will happen. It's so amazing. It's not you. And then he'll go crazy. When you're trying to not go with him, he'll come up with all kind of mess to try to draw you back in to believe into the lie. But those thoughts that you're having about the person are not your own. So just relax and let it pass. Yes. That makes sense? Yeah. I'm telling you, you are not your thoughts. Even when someone is being mean to you, and you're looking at them being mean, Satan says, look at this nasty person. Go off on that person. You should treat them like this or treat them like that. But if you let that pass, like you were saying, it won't affect you at all. Because it's an individual out here having a hissy fit, and it has nothing to do with you within, unless you believe into the lie. I'm telling you the truth, so help me God. You got to doubt every thought about everybody and everything, every situation. That's why when something happens, it looked like your world is about to fall apart. I think last Sunday we said to be still and take the pain. Because when something happens, right away Satan says, your world is falling apart now. And he can give you fear, and you want to rush out and do something about it. Don't. Take it. Relax in it. And wait and let it work itself out. And it will work out because now you're showing faith in God. And it will work out. But if you go and try to solve the problem right away, you're going to make it a problem. It's going to turn out bad for you because you have no faith. You have no faith. You got to take the pain. And that pain is helping you overcome that fallen state and have faith in God. All right? Yes, ma'am.
So I was just going to ask you also, what is an appropriate response when you have people that actually want your opinion? Because that happens to me quite a bit, where I'm asked for advice or an opinion because I guess I have a reputation for being just straight to the point, and sometimes I think people want to hear that, even though sometimes they don't like what I say.
That's
But
a
how do you
good
respond
question.
to that?
The answer to that, don't plan. Wait until it happens. Don't look to the future. Wait until the situation happens. Stay out of your head, and the answer will come. It really will.
In that moment.
In that moment. And you're gonna, because you're becoming aware that Satan is talking to you, you won't go with his idea. You will see what's right. Because he's going to get further and further away from you. Because your mind is being renewed. Always wait for the moment. Do not plan ahead. Because there is no future. All we have are these moments. That's the only thing that's real. Everything else is an illusion. Really. Everything else is an illusion. It's not real. Isn't that
That's
amazing?
true. Yeah, because you can't see it, you can't touch it, you can't do anything.
That's
once it's
right.
gone.
Because it doesn't exist.
Right.
When you overcome those thoughts, you're going to see that nothing exists but right now. Last night, I'm sure some of you got cursed out, right? That happened last night. It doesn't exist, and it happened in that moment. And the moment that was over with, that was over with. It doesn't exist anymore. But Satan reminds you to make you think that it still exists. And if you're in that fallen state, believing his lies, you will fall for it. Isn't that amazing? It's such a beautiful way to live, but you're not going to be able to do it until you overcome that anger. Because that anger is the nature of your father, the devil. But once you overcome that, it's done. And then you grow and grow and grow and grow.